Oh, hi there. I did not see you there. So, uh, we're addicted to a constant noise. When I say we're addicted to noise, we're always addicted to stimulation of any kind, just so our mind doesn't have to be bored or being silent. So the combination of noise could be uh, music, TV, being in a room full of people, but being on your phone. It all is a constant noise because we're scared to be alone with our own thoughts, and we're scared of the idea of being alone. The sound of just noise around us makes us feel really comforting because it feels like we're part of something. One of the reasons that I believe that we are scared to be with our own thoughts or being bored is because we are forced to think about our life situation and things that we're not happy about. A lot of things that when I'm sitting in silent or having a shower thought about the problem that I have to resolve. And sometimes those thoughts can be uncomfortable and it makes you see exactly what situation you are and what kind of person you are, which a lot of people are gonna be not happy about it. And that's why we always constantly trying to distract ourselves. Sometimes we don't even know how to control these feelings or emotions or thoughts that we have. And the easiest solution for us in the current moment is obviously to have distraction or constantly escaping the battles that we could have to make us stronger. It is easier in this moment to avoid them and not think about it and just have distractions. So we don't have to bother, or we can just close our eyes when there's a problem. And we're so used to this constant distractions, and one of them, the biggest one in our era, is our phones. Our phones is such a quick dopamine hit. Our phone became such a like a cigarette pack where we just feel stressed, feel bored, we just get it out of our pockets and we just start scrolling, just trying to distract ourselves with a certain situation. When we feel uncomfortable, phone. When we feel bored, phone. When we want to watch porn, phone. Everything that we trying to avoid, the negative feelings, we use phone. And it could be because we feel very sad, very angry, frustrated, and we just don't know what to do. We just use our phones as our distraction. And I'm not just saying this just to make you feel bad about it. It's just a fact. And everyone goes through it. I don't think there's a perfect individual who doesn't have a phone addiction except if they don't have a phone in the first place. But I'm making this video to maybe help you out somehow to reduce this consumption and maybe be more aware of the situation. Like I said before, the phone helps us to avoid the reality or our real persona. And that's why when we on our social media, it's so much easier to fake it on what kind of person you actually are. For example, on Instagram, you can be whoever you want to be. You could be the most social person on the internet. You can pretend that you're always having fun. You go into clubs, you're talking to people, but after this, all of the filming is done or pictures taken, you just on your phone, not talking to anyone, and you can just fake being rich by taking pictures with a expensive car, being on the yacht, someone else's yacht, pretending it's your yacht. Now the comments are going crazy with every social media on Instagram, Reddit, Twitter. Everyone is so offended by all the things that is happening. There's no one group of people cannot get offended with one post. Everyone finds a way to make drama or argue about. But in real life, people don't care that much. And again, so the easiest to avoid your problems. It's a form of a drug. and you distract yourself from feeling bored, different, or quote unquote being happy, which is a lie most of the time, and we know that for a fact. When we're trying to find the dopamine scrolling through social media, it might make us feel good, but in long run, it just is not even worth it. It's not even that enjoyable as much as it used to be when the first time came out. But now it's just, there's so much going on that it's so hard to enjoy the smallest thing anymore. And it's just you craving for that big piece of cake that you're always trying to get, but you never actually reach it. So we distract ourselves with movies, social media, drugs, alcohol, porn, video games, sex, if you're hooking up. There's so many different ways to avoid feeling bored and just doing something constantly. And I put myself as a victim to that as well, because I still didn't master this properly. But from my experience, I'm trying to focus on growing as a person. And that's why I'm making this video, because I feel like that's what I can put my time on something useful and purposeful instead of being on my phone right now playing video games or watching social media. So the solution is, how can we sit with our emotions, and what are the step-by-step to feel more comfortable with it? Few things that I recommend that personally helped me. It could be something else for you. So that's why it's kind of fun to explore a few things that might be interesting for you that other people don't do. So it could be, for me, it's journaling. It helps you clear out your thoughts, your problems. And like Jordan Peterson said, that when you write down your problem, it's 50% solved from there. I like to meditate. I like to feel what I'm feeling currently, feel it fully, not avoiding it, and just sit with those emotions in your present time of figure out why and how you feel. No music and shower. I know there's a lot of people that are addicted to, again, constant noise. And we're so used to listening to music that we come up with the greatest thoughts in our showers. That's why there's a cold thing, shower thoughts, because you're one with your thoughts and there's nothing else you can do. And that's where your greatest thoughts come out. Going for a walk without the phone. I started to implement this more often because I wanted to be, on the daily, I try to be no phone for at least half an hour while like I'm not doing anything else. So I just go for a walk without my phone, so nobody can like text me, call me, and distract me. So, and I just go for a walk and just enjoy the nature, the animals that I cross by, birds, squirrels, small animals, even insects if I come up to them or see them. So you just become more aware of your surrounding, and you enjoy this present moment, or you learn how to enjoy your present moment. And the last one is staring at the wall or the ceiling when you're laying down or standing up or sitting. And it's a good practice that it's like, instead of, if you're having trouble meditating and you don't know what to do, you can just look at the wall or look at the ceiling. And it's a form of a meditation where you just sitting there and just figure out and processing whatever is going through your mind. And you kind of cleansing it out, because a lot of people having trouble with sleeping, and sometimes I had trouble sleeping as well, but it's but I learned from the Healthy Gamer GG. He said that we cannot fall asleep because we have such a constant stimulation and constant things going on in our life throughout daily basis that we don't actually process our thoughts. And that's why he said you gotta process them thoroughly and figure out what the heck happened today. And it's our brain, and that's how our brain works, is just to try to figure out what we could do better, what we could do done better today, or what we can do better tomorrow. And it's always analyzing. So we need to give our brain more time to figure out and process the whole day that just passed by. There's a really good quote by or talk from David Goggins talking about the constant noise. I'll probably put it in this video. And it's just a good thing to sit with your thoughts and figure out why you're feeling this. Instead of even solving it, you can just try to listen to your thoughts and figure out what bothers you. And it's impressive what your mind can do or your brain has processed. So it's a very good time to figure out what worries you and what things you can try to solve, what things bother you, and you can avoid those problems. Those problems that you don't think about on a daily basis, they're still in your back of your head, and they're still taking out your energy and storage in your mind, because you always remember and worry about this kind of thought. It's like when you're procrastinating for an exam or school homework that you have to do tomorrow or like in a week. You in the back of your mind, you're like, oh, I'll do it later. But like throughout every day, you'll still think about it like, oh, I should do this, but you never do. And it makes you worried. You're not going to enjoy your breaks that much. And second of all, you're going to be stressing out at the last day to try to hurry up and doing everything. It's not worth holding these thoughts inside of you or emotions. You got to let them out. Either way, it could be making through video, audio, talking to your friend, writing down in your journal, just processing. You gotta give yourself time to process what you're feeling. And that's where the mental health comes in, because people believe that it's not a thing. But now, in our era, we can definitely see that it's a big thing, and it became a problem in our modern society, especially with our phones and addicting to many of our addictions that we all have. So it's up to you if you want to make your life better or not.